Hello, hello, and happy Monday. Welcome to week two, official week two of Lessons and Legacies. I'm very excited to be here. My name is Melissa Price. I am your host. I have been coming to you guys live at 2 o'clock on YouTube and Facebook, Monday through Friday. Basically, coming to remind you that there is indeed blessings in every lesson, that your lessons become your legacies, and therefore your story matters. So why not share it? Why not share it with the world? Sometimes I ride solo, and sometimes I'm lucky enough to have some wonderful guests with me. And being that it is Monday, I have my regular, I used to say my good friend, but she's my family. She's my sister. I'm going to bring her on, let her introduce herself to you. And anybody that's tuning in now, take a minute to like and share and get ready for some laughter. That's what we're diving into today, lessons in laughter. And of course, you can't have laughter without shenanigans. So let me introduce my sister, Precious Pauling.
Hey! How you doing?
I'm doing good today, boy. I'm really glad that the rain has finally stopped. I was sitting here thinking this morning when I woke up, like, boy, this is a perfect day for some laughter.
That part. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. Doing good. Like I said, the rain has stopped, and I have been collecting and gathering little shenanigan type things for our show today. So I am very excited to get into it. Why don't you tell everybody who you are and what you do, what you're all about? I'll put your links up here while you're talking, and then we'll get into it.
Okay. Well, who I am, my name is Precious Pauling. Let me make sure. Is that my bag? Okay. My name is Precious Pauling. If this is your first time meeting me, I am a mom of 5 amazing little people, little souls. I'm a wife of 18 amazing years. But most importantly, I'm a person who is beyond their roles and titles, but in assignment. And so my mission is to help people find their switch, to figure out what was that pain for, how do they turn that into power, how do they turn their fingerprint into a soul print. And so my mission is to let you see your light, to I would say honor the God piece that you've been given. And so I love to come with Melissa. She's one of my favorite people in the world. I'm telling you, when you think about follow through, like, you are so perfect for the yes. That word I was doing on the yes, because the yes is really about your follow through. It is not what you ask for, it's what you're willing to do for what you ask for. And so I just love to be in the presence of queens, kings, anybody who is bigger than their roles and titles, because they know that they have a responsibility. And so I'm the responsibility seeker.
That you are. You're a responsibility seeker, but you also, I feel like you're a really good coach for that and a channel for that too, because like I wouldn't even be sitting here doing this if it hadn't been for so much that you have coached and helped and steered me and guided me along. And for that, I'm super duper grateful. Yes. And what do you have? Tell them about what kind of things you offer. You're a soul coach, of course.
Okay. So I offer
my, tell people what a soul coach is.
Well, what a soul coach is, at the end of the day, it seems that we mentor everything else. We take care of every other part of our body. That's why I say your soul is your title, your assignment. I mean, it's bigger than your roles and titles, it's your assignment. So as a soul coach, what I do, there is no one specific way of how I go about getting you to your conclusion, but it's really about sitting down and helping you see how that was necessary for you. A lot of times we go through different things, we experience different situations in our life, and we can't see how that was designed for us. We can't see how we can get the best out of it, and we allow it to keep us stuck. And so the idea is to realize that what you've been through, that soul of you, you need to have a real conversation. You need to actually deal with the process, the value that's in your valley. And I think a lot of times we forget that that valley moment that we cry over is the exact same place that we should celebrate at, because that is your value. That is where you find the thing that makes you one of a kind. And so I think that when we are true to our journey, when we are true to what it took for us to be who we are today, we become more empathetic to our neighbors, and we learn to love ourselves in order to love somebody else. And so why I think you need your soul mentored is because God says to love our neighbors as we love ourselves. And then the first commandment is for us to get in relationship with him. So once you get in relationship with God, you figure out what makes you so one of a kind, what makes your light so valuable, and then you begin to celebrate that in yourself. And so the soul coaching is to celebrate yourself before you can celebrate anybody else. It's about identifying all the circumstances, situations that make you so important in order to apply it, to acknowledge it, to actually live in it. And so it's about turning our I ain'ts into I ams in order to show up in one of us kind designs. And that's what soul coaching does. And that can be moment. I mean, it's literally moments. It's just a conversation that takes place that basically, as Dr. Deborah would say, it removes those soul ties. So, it's just ministering to the thing that makes you so special. That is it. So it's a soul. And so, let me keep on going because I got so many things. So I soul coach, I do group sessions, I have clothing, I choose me Bling Boutique. I have 4 different.
And we love the Bling Boutique, man. My closet is slowly being overtaken by all Bling Boutique gear.
I have books, I have calendars, I have programs. What I want you to recognize is that when God says he will make you a fisher of men, if you can identify what makes you stand out, then you can create so many different lanes. So while I have children's books and I have calendars and I have my own 365 book of poetry, while I have all these different things, the idea is that they all are in the same lane. I am all over the place. I mean, I'm focused, but I'm reaching many different people. So I realize that there are people who don't buy a book, but they will buy a shirt. There are people who won't buy a shirt, but they will buy a candle. There are people who won't buy a candle, but they will buy a bracelet. So I said that if I can take my gift and multiply it by allowing you to walk in it, see it, I choose me, hashtag no more excuses, then you will become it. And so that's my mission. That's my purpose, honey. If I go on, I'll take over the whole hour talking about purpose. I am long-winded. So
I like what Dr. Deborah says here too. Hi, by the way, we love you. She says, that's right. One of the biggest reasons people don't love others well is because they don't love themselves well. And I will say one thing that I have gained from being in it, from God putting you in my path, Precious, is the ability to love myself. You have taught me very well what that means, what that looks like. It's not just sitting in the corner, giving yourself a hug every day. Sometimes it's a time out. Sometimes it's that music. Sometimes it's that bubble bath with your journal, and to put yourself first. I choose me, no more excuses, to put yourself first so that you are full and then can pour all the goodness out onto other people instead of being drained by them. That is something, such a valuable lesson that you've taught me over the years, and it's shaped and molded me and brought me to this point. So I thank you profusely for that.
That's why I love to say that God has to use you, but because of what I've been through, because me having 5 kids. When I remember there was a time when I had 4 kids under 4 at the same time. So we had the twins that was a baby. Serenity was 2. Neve was 4.
I did that at half math.
Grade. You know what I'm saying?
I did it with 2, and I don't know how I still made it. So I don't know how you're still here.
But what I recognize that because I had my outlets, because I had that because I had that dream first, that I didn't get caught up in, like, you show up for your roles and titles. That's what I want to teach people to do. I want you to do it in a way that you honor your choices, because regardless of what my dream was, I made a choice to have a kid. And so I want us to honor our choices by showing up, but I don't want us to feel like we are suffering through our choices, because we can still live while we are living. And so I think knowing who you are and learning to love yourself, it makes it so much easier. So I know that I am the mom I am to those kids because I was conscious, because I wasn't blaming them, because I didn't think they stole my dreams, because I recognized that something came in to stop me, but I had the power to still dig deep, still see myself. And what I gained from it was a whole new perspective, which is you can have it all. You can have amazing kids that people that you're proud of, that you don't have those moms to say, oh, they went here, you know what I mean? You can have that husband who, let me tell you, you're going to have your ups and downs, but you were in it for the long run. You came not for the wedding, but you came for the marriage. I can say that. And now I can say I'm an author of 4 books. I have a game. I have a clothing line. I have all of that while still being conscious in my roles and titles. But I am so much better to them because I'm proud of me. And that gives them a mom that, you know, that can laugh with them, love with them. So I wanted us to learn to celebrate ourselves so we can enjoy our roles and titles.
So people, if they wanted to get any of these services from you, whether it's the coaching or your classes or the clothing, the books, the card game, all that, they can find at preciouspauling.com for one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can they find all of that in the Bling Boutique too?
Yep.
All right. Check it out on the screen below, preciouspauling.com. Obviously, it's her name.com. We can do that. Otherwise, if you want to check out the I Choose Me Bling Boutique, which again, like I said, has consumed pretty much my entire wardrobe at this point, and I hope highly that it's all Bling Boutique at some point.
I know.
You can check out the I Choose Me Bling Boutique.company.site, and that's scrolling below.
And I'm so new. I'm a baby. So yes, y'all need to go get a shirt. Support Black-owned business.
Yes.
Support women showing up. Support entrepreneurs. This is invest in impact.
And be a double blessing, man. Because you know what? There's lots of people. I myself am one. I know Precious is one. There's several people watching that usually watch that are trying to do it from home. You know, Christmas is right around the corner. You could be a double blessing. You could get somebody a gift off Amazon and be like, I don't know where that came from. Legos, have fun. Or you can shop through us, all of us. And you're not only blessing the person who's getting the gift, but you're blessing us and in our endeavors, and also helping support our families too. So please, yes, please shop from your small businesses, shop from your entrepreneurs, shop from people like us. And
you got something to sell.
I have to say, one of the many things we have that binds us together, and the reason we're all here today is what? Laughter. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Kia. Kia's watching. What's up?
Hey, Kia.
Are you ready for some shenanigans? We have to do it here. We're gonna do some inspiration around laughter, and of course, shenanigans, because you gotta laugh. Yvette's watching. How are you today?
Hello, Yvette.
How's the weather up there? Is it freezing? It's kind of cold down here for me, but I venture to say it's probably.
Is Yvette in? Where's Yvette at? New York?
New York. Yeah, she's up in New York.
I think they're about to get some snow, huh?
I know it. Kia said Christmas gifts galore from both these ladies, and don't you know it's the truth? That's right. Oh, and Dr. Deb says my granddaughter is going to be blinging. Yes, we did. We were just in the Bling Boutique last week and pressed out a bunch of shirts for little Joy Elizabeth. She's 5 years old. She's got her Kids Are Dope vinyl. She's got her Teas, Totes, and Notes vinyl coming from the Price Sisters. She's got her Boss Princess Bling Bling shirt coming. She's got her bling mask coming. She's got all kinds of. I wish I was your granddaughter, Dr. Deb. I'd be wanting some of those prize basket goodies myself. So we'll get into. I would like to open it with a little bit of shenanigans to start, and then we'll do a little reading, and then we can do some extra fun questions, okay? All right,
I'm ready.
We're gonna do this as like a little icebreaker.
Okay.
I just bought this game for my kids the other day, right? There's an adult version of it, but I stuck with the kids one for this. It's called Would You Rather. Have you ever played it?
Would you rather? Yes, I have.
Have you? You have the game?
You said, do I what?
You have it?
Do I? No, we don't have it.
Okay, good. I'm like, we just got it, so we haven't even gone through all the cards or anything yet, but I was sitting there while I was getting stuff ready for dinner this earlier today. I was going through all these cards. There's like hundreds and hundreds of the cards, and I was like, I got to do some of these with Precious on the show. These are quick would you rather questions. Okay. I'll read them and we'll both answer. If any conversation comes, cool. If not, whatever, that's fine. We're going to laugh.
Let me get ready.
Okay, let me start with these blue cards. I'm feeling the blue vibe. Okay. All right, this one was bad. I think I'm going to save this one. I like it. I'll open with it. This was the one out of all the ones we've read so far that I could not really come up with an answer for, but I'm going to have to force one. Okay, would you rather swallow a live goldfish or a dead cockroach? I know, right?
Ugh. Oh my goodness.
I know. I'm like, oh, but the live I couldn't.
I am the one. I used to say, did you guys used to watch Fear Factor? Yeah. I used to look at my husband one time and say, listen, this is not, I can never be your partner. Don't ever take me to be your partner for something like this. So would I rather? I'm gonna have to go with the live goldfish for 100, please. Really? I think I would. You know why? Maybe because I eat fish.
You eat fish. That's that. You know, I got like a fish phobia. But literally, I mean, cockroaches will send me screaming out the house for real. So I'm like, fish. I don't eat fish. I don't like the smell of it. I don't like looking at them. I don't like.
Oh, really? Oh, no, honey. A fish don't
and a cockroach. I feel like can you swallow a cockroach without chewing it? That's the question. I feel like if I could swallow the cockroach and not chew it, maybe a baby one, I would take the cockroach over the goldfish because the goldfish is going to be wiggling.
And it is so big. So, I mean, to be real, if that question never came, I'll be running the other way. I hope it ain't saving nobody's life.
You guys gotta put your comments in. Yvette said nope, she wouldn't do either one of them. You gotta pick one.
You don't get a choice. And this is look, I'm glad we got to this point because this is what gets us stuck in life. If somebody says you don't have a choice, you must choose something.
You have to choose.
And life is about making the choices. So until we're willing, even when it's hard to make a choice, we're gonna stay stuck people. That's another a soul mentoring lesson. In order for you to get on with God's business, you have to make a decision. Period. So which would it be? You ain't gonna say none. You ain't got no choice. I had to pick one. You gotta pick one.
I love it. Yeah, I couldn't. Oh, all right. Dr. Deb says goldfish.
Goldfish?
Yvette, I think she says I would rather die. She's like, I will not swallow no fish or eat no roach. All right. Here's
not die, Yvette. No.
Okay, wait. What's Kia say? Kia says, oh gosh, I guess the cockroach. All right. Here's another one. You ready?
I'm ready.
Right. Would you rather get hurled by a catapult or hit by the rock thrown by a catapult? You want to go flying from a catapult or be hit by something, a rock from the catapult?
Oh my God. I'm definitely now because I'm so afraid of heights, this is tricky for me. Do I want to soar through the air and I will pick soar through the air and have a trampoline or something soft waiting in the landing point.
Some pillows.
I'm going to go with that because do I want something to hit me? No. So I'm going to play with that one. I'm going to say I choose to come out of the cannon.
I would
land on feathers. Okay.
I would take that. I would do the catapult. I like flying through the air. I'm okay with that. As long as there's something, and it can't be like a lake or something with fish that I land in. You know? Don't make me land in fish or cockroaches, and I think I will go flying through the air. I don't want to be hit by a rock, though. All right. Would you rather get hit in the face with projectile camel spit? Okay. spit in the face by a camel,
That sound like
or
I spit. I feel like I'll drown on that one.
or lick the underarm of a WNBA player after a game.
I'm definitely gonna let the camel spit on me.
I was going for the camel.
I'll keep my mouth and eyes closed.
Yeah, I don't want to be licking anybody's pits. That's just a little extra. Okay, Kia says she would have gone with the catapult. Catapult. All right. Say that question again. The question, Yvette, was the previous one was, would you rather get hit in the face by a rock that is slung from a catapult or be slung from the catapult yourself?
Oh, she said she wanted to be hit in the face by a rock.
That
is a wild one, boy.
Yvette says, send me sail. Oh, give me that rock. Let me take it straight to the face.
Take the rock to the face. Oh, no.
All right. Dr. Deb says she would take the camel spit over the WNBA armpit. I also will go for the spit because it's an animal, and I don't know. I just feel weird about licking somebody in the pit, you know? Or anyone.
I can imagine that flavor. Every time you smell something musky, you would get nauseous because you would just have that taste in your mouth, don't you think? I think it would mess up the rest of my life.
Yeah, and the camel spit thing can only happen. It's a fluke, and it's being done to you. Whereas if you're the one licking, like you're the one actually doing the act. So you got to live with that, you know?
Yes.
All right, what does she say?
What the kid says?
Kia says,
lick the armpit.
I hear camels have very clean spit, though.
I was about to say, I wouldn't be shocked if that camel spit is what you need for that, your new facial. You might end up buying it. Sir, can I get that camel spit?
She said she would lick the armpit. My face is sensitive, and then she said, then I would spit after. I would spit after that.
Get the flavor out your mouth.
All right, let's see. Okay, here's a good one. Would you rather?
Okay.
This is a good one. Would you rather clog the toilet at your friend's dinner party or take a dive down the stairs in front of everybody at the party? Dive down the stairs, fall down the stairs, or clog the toilet.
Listen.
What would you rather?
Okay, I'm going to tell you, let me give you two ways. If I'm at the dinner party with my husband, if Chevron is with me, then I'll take the chance at the toilet because I'll be like, come fix this. Nobody will know. But if I'm by myself, I think I'm going to have to take a dive down the stairs. More people will feel bad for me than disgusted by me. So I'm going to take the leap of faith and fall down the stairs so people would pity me instead of being like, girl.
That's where I was going with it.
Clogging up the toilets.
I thought when you said if my husband was with me, I thought rather than you went on the whole line of, well, he can fix the toilet. I thought you were going to be like, then I can blame it on him, you know? But I like what you said there about the fall down the stairs. I was going to go with that too, because then you get all the sympathy afterwards. People will be pitying you instead of being like, oh, that girl is gross. She takes massive dumps.
Now you're gonna get those laughters now of the people who can't control themselves. I know a couple of people. Sometimes I'm one of them people. Depending, if I don't see no blood, it's gonna take me a while to get my breath. So I think it'll be a nice,
it's unanimous. Nobody here wants to clog the toilet.
Nobody wants to.
Star I'm gonna take that staircase trip.
But you know what's so crazy about that, Melissa? Nobody wants to clog the toilet, but everybody goes to the bathroom.
Right. Well, nobody wants to be, it's got visual. It could potentially overflow. It's got smell.
But I'm just saying, let's think about it, though. How funny is that? Everybody knows that everybody has to go to the bathroom or they'd be dead. We know that is the natural progression of the process. But we would rather fall downstairs, potentially break our necks, than expose ourselves to the people who use the bathroom like everybody else. It's hilarious, but we all feel the same way.
Dr. Deborah says she would stop up the toilet and blame someone else.
Brilliant.
Well, I would do that if my husband was there. That's where I thought you were going. I'm like, I would totally blame my husband, and it'd be cool
Oh
because
no, I don't got the husband to blame. He ain't taking that L.
I'll take the pity party from the stair trip. Plus, you know what happens? We were just talking about this actually yesterday. Me and my mom were talking about it yesterday. It's so funny. I told her how I fell out of the chair on the show with William Brown yesterday.
Oh my God, you guys didn't. Is that your blooper story for today?
No, it wasn't. No, it's not my most embarrassing story. But yes, I had major bloopers yesterday. That was the best thing. Like, I'm glad it was caught on film, honestly. And then I don't know if you watched the replay, but like for the next 2 minutes after there, I'm just trying to control myself from laughing.
Oh my goodness.
He's having a serious conversation, and I'm just like, I can't. I'm crying. I'm laughing so hard.
If you guys missed our view yesterday, please check on Melissa or mine or William's page. And it was a great conversation, but let me tell you, we did get that blooper because we all like, I'm like, did Melissa just fall during the live? Oh my God, that was funny. Laughter makes everything better.
That's what I'm getting at. What we were talking about with my mom yesterday, I told her about it, and she said, "What is it why is it that every time somebody gets hurt, people laugh? Like you trip and you fall, people laugh. You know, it's just you drop something, you drop something on your foot, people laugh. You fall down the stairs, people are gonna be like, "Oh my God, are you
okay?" And then they're gonna
you ain't bleeding. They're gonna be laughing afterwards, right? You know.
Oopsie daisy.
Oops. Yes. All right. Here's another one for you. Would you rather use super glue as toothpaste or duct tape as toilet paper?
Definitely gonna go with the duct tape without a doubt.
If you roll it, the right way, it'd be.
I have yet to actually cross over and even try to even imagine doing a Brazilian. So I'm just gonna say that's gonna be a very difficult experience. But if it's between those two, I'm gonna go with the duct tape. I am.
Well, yeah, and you can roll the duct tape in a way that you can use the smooth side instead of the creepy side. I'm just saying, you can't outdo super glue.
That's right.
You know? All right. Let's see. Okay, here's another good one. I'll do a couple more of these. I'll do 3 more of these, and then we'll do some reading, and then we can get into some. I wrote down some questions too. I don't know if you have any.
Some laughter questions?
Yes. All right. Would you rather have all dogs treat your leg as a fire hydrant, or all cats treat your leg as a scratch post?
Oh, definitely gonna get peed on.
I'm gonna get the pee too.
I'm definitely gonna go with the pee. I refuse to be scratched up.
What about you guys? Oh wait, we forgot this. Wait, we got to read these comments here. Star says a Brazilian is a breeze. So no I've had a bikini wax before. I've never had a Brazilian. I don't know. I just something about spreading those cheeks. I don't know. And Yvette says she would take these super glue toothpastes. Oh, if that's a baller, man. She's like, I want rocks to the face and super glue in my mouth. And
would that make it just a coat so wherever you at, you stay? Right? Would you be like veneering your teeth? What is that?
Oh,
super glue. I don't know.
All right. You know rock, paper, scissors, right?
Uh-huh.
So if it was a real battle, not just with your hands, but like a real battle, would you choose scissors or rock?
Ooh.
I know. So you got to think about that, like survival. I don't even know if that's funny. I go into like, all right, if I was in the woods and somebody was coming for me or I needed to hunt, do I need something sharp or something blunt?
Interesting. Ooh.
I feel like I would do the rock. Well, I don't know because
I hope we're together so I can do the scissor.
And there we go. We'll be on the same team. We will meet up and we'll start like a little community.
You get the rock, I'll get the
scissor. Happens. You know,
you can knock it out. I can cut it open. Together we win.
Oh, Star says you haven't lived until you've had a full Brazilian.
I'm sure. I'm sure you have to die to resurrect, so you haven't lived. You're right.
All right. All right, and the final silly one, and then we'll move on a little bit here. And I do have like 5 more of those left, but this one's just silly, and I had to think about it for a minute. Would you rather have poppy seed skin or broccoli hair?
Broccoli hair.
Broccoli hair? Why?
Broccoli hair.
Why?
Why? Because I think here you can get away with anything after the 3rd day.
Yeah,
that's a new fad. They're like, well, what is that look? It's the way you wear it that's gonna make people be like, next thing you know, you got broccoli going around.
All style. What's gonna look the best?
People would be more inclined and inspired by your broccoli hair than your
and broccoli comes, well, no, I was going to say broccoli comes in different colors, but that's cauliflower. I was going with the poppy seed skin, and here's why. I think the broccoli hair looks cool. However, broccoli stinks, like farts sometimes, So I was like, I don't want to have a stank head. And then I was also
you don't want to stank it.
And then here's the other thing, though, about the poppy seed skin. Like, I know Dr. Deborah, she's got those bar soaps. And
you're going to go get help.
Poppy seed in there, and it's like a little exfoliant. I'm like, well, if I had the poppy seed skin, I wouldn't have to exfoliate, for one. And number 2, I could like give great back scratches to people, scratch myself real. I am a human exfoliant, So and I don't stink. So I went with the poppy seed skin on that one.
Oh yes, you can have that. I'll deal with the stink broccoli here. Do a little spray it up, I guess.
Star says broccoli. I want the broccoli head. She said I used hair. Yvette says I used hair.
So that means she's gonna use the hair. She's gonna go with the hair too.
Go with the hair. Okay.
Go with the broccoli hair.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, let's take a moment from this for a second here. And while we are from this, I would love very much if you would share, if each of us could share a poem out of the laughter chapter of my book. Do you have it?
Yes, I do.
Precious, for those of you who don't know and that are watching, Precious has been a instrumental, huge part of this book, my brand new book, Lessons We've Learned, Legacies of Life. You can get your own copy at lessonsandlegacies.company.site.
One of my new favorite books.
Yeah. Precious is in, I think, like pretty much every chapter of the book.
I have a little bit to say about everything, I guess.
I did a big shout out to her in the beginning, and she's got quotes all throughout the book. Precious did
oh my goodness.
She did a poem for the laughter chapter. The whole family did a poem for the whole Pauling family, contributed and did a beautiful piece in the success chapter. Her godniece, Sarah Dixon, did an illustration in the book. So the book.
Matter of fact, I have a look. Now, if you guys aren't ordering your cards from Melissa Price, you are robbing yourself. Okay, let me show you how beautiful these are. First of all, you see this one? Isn't that beautiful? This is what my goddaughter, you see this image?
That's
she created the image to represent our family tree. Isn't that gorgeous? But these cards are made at Melissa's site, lessonsandlegacies.company.site. But let me tell you what's so beautiful. When you open it up, look what it says. It says love grows everything. So do you know how that made my day when I got and look at this one.
Yes, that's us.
Can you guys guess whose images those are? And it says, like I do, believe in you like I do. Can you imagine gifting somebody something like this for them to open that up? It's just, these are amazing tokens that you can really give somebody that took time. Like when I had no idea that Melissa was going to come up with this. She told me to take a picture with my head on my husband's head and send it to her. I'm like, what? Yes, I don't care about this. I just need your frame. Just put your head on his head and take a picture. I'm like, okay. We don't got to get dressed up or nothing. She was like, no. And then she did the same thing. And look what she created. When I say, I am so grateful to even get a piece of credit for all the different things that was locked up in you from a little bit of soul coaching. I mean, it's so it just changes your whole life. But if y'all not ordering y'all Christmas cards and everything or from Melissa's site, you are missing out, because these are beautiful. And they're all different sizes, so you can pick the size you want. So you can get that little card tiny just like that. You see that? Believe in you like I do. You know, these are my favorite. I just leaned back. I just had to grab them. These are the cards I sent out to everybody because they mean so much to me. I love them. Look how many I look. Go order yours. I'm telling you.
Yvette asked how much the book is so she could cash app when she's ready for it. It is $25 for a color copy and $20 for a black and white. And I will, the cash app is $ Melissa Price. Is that it? Or is it 426? Precious help me.
$$ Melissa Price 426.
426. I'm like, oh my God. $ Melissa Price 426. I'll post it in the comments after the show. And you can just shoot me a text. We'll work it out. Always.
I posted it in there. It's in there.
But
if you hit it right there, Melissa, it'll show up on your screen for them. I pop up.
Oh, there you go. There it is. There you go, Yvette. There's the cash app. $ Melissa Price 426. Thank you. I appreciate it. And so we are here talking about laughter. We did have some laughter, and we're going to have more shenanigans at the end here. But I'd like to take a little segment in the middle here to really talk about laughter and the importance of it. Precious, she knows this was the hardest chapter of the book to write. Because laughter is genuine. It's not something you can usually concoct unless you happen to be a fantastic stand-up comedian, which I have the nothing but utmost respect for, because I don't even get jokes most of the time, let alone being able to come up with them. But I do embrace the silliness and the fun moments of life. And I do always, even in the shitty moments, like when you drop a gallon of milk on the floor, I try to look for that thing to laugh about. So Precious, I called her in this book and I'm like, oh my gosh, like I can't, this is my weakest chapter. Like I'm writing. And I'm like, it's a genuine thing. So for you to ask people, what's your greatest lessons in the laughter or whatever, like it's hard to just kind of come up with that. Everybody can tell you their fight story, their resilience story, their success story, their love, their faith. But laughter is like, we have funny stories, but to really kind of conjure that up, it's a feat. So I called Precious and I was like, is there any way that you would be able to maybe, do you think you could do a poem on laughter? Because she's one of the best poets I've ever encountered in my life. And she everything from the soul, from the heart. She stirs you. So I would love very much if you would read your Laughter is the Key, and then I'll read a laughter poem, and then we can wrap it up with a little more silliness.
Yes. And let me tell you something, even a laughter, I've all the years of writing, I never had a laughter poem until you asked me. And I was like, a laughter poem. Let's see what that will bring. And so when I got the book and was reading, I had forgot about the poem. And I was like, oh, I'm so glad she asked me. Another thing to go in the storyline. So this is on page 59. If you guys have your book, you can read along. If not, you can get it and ring along the next time. But it's called Laughter is the Key on page 59 by Precious Paulin. Yours truly. Laughter is the sound of joy seeping out, for your core was meant to be your internal spout. There is a spirit inside that is longing to be more than just what others can see. That in the midst of your pain, you can still find some cheer, and that laughter is the cure to that external fear. Mm-hmm. There is a peace inside that can erase every worry. And beneath all that stuff is the laughter you buried. I know it gets hard and it seems easier to frown, but I'm asking you to intentionally put that emotion down. Because every time you laugh, you give power to the spirit within. And it's the fuel you need for all great things to begin. Laughter ushers in love like nothing else can do. It pushes out the pain and makes room for me and you.
Mm-hmm.
For we were created in love with God's joy in mind. And when you feed yourself with such nutrients, it honors every moment in time.
Amen.
For laughter is the honoring of the spirit that you hold. It is actually the bonding glue in the process of your mold.
Mm.
So as you get broken in order for your light to shine through, remember, laughter is the key to unlocking the inner you. Celebrate your life with laughter no matter where you are, and watch how that one practice will take you oh so far. So find laughter in every moment, even when it's hard to do, for your spirit needs that medicine in order to get you through those valleys, moments that are inevitable, leading to your success. I know you think you didn't need it, but guess what? God knows you best. You control your life with the emotion on which you choose to feed. So level up with laughter, for it's time to water your spirit seed.
Mm.
Smile and laugh and bring joy with you wherever you go, and you will keep a steady momentum to your purpose flow.
Woo!
That'll do you.
Now I'm gonna tell you what. You need something on laughter. There it is. Now that is like what laughter does, what it is, the embodiment of laughter. I love that. That gives me just everything you do is such like so soul stirring. You know, you just have a way of bringing the light to the surface, man. And I don't know if somebody would have came to me and been like, "Could you write a poem on laughter?" I would have been sitting there trying to like work jokes and stuff. And I did. I
always found a way to go deeper, right?
Right.
It's the soul coaching gift.
Dr. Deborah asked, can she get her own card design?
I'm trying to tell you.
She loves the cards, and she was like, wait, where did you get those cards? They were on the site. Those were special. Those are special made. I had them up for a while and then revamped things a little bit. So those are special order. I'm happy to get you some, Dr. Deb. And if you do want your own greeting card design.
You can I could imagine Dr. Oh yeah,
I can find the lotuses. I know
you know the picture she takes of all of her grids. Oh, to put that particular picture on with the information inside, and then oh my goodness, yes,
yeah,
a lot of people that's trying to learn. Yes, that'll be all
you'd have to do is send me some pictures of some of your grids or crystals, something like that. I'll Photoshop them up, play with them. I can find some own images for you and whatnot. We can make it work. But yes, I'm a phone call away. You know that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Any other comments at this point? All right. Yvette says, amen. Great story about God, because life is short and we have to laugh.
Yes,
beautiful poem, Precious, from Dr. Deborah. Yes. All right. I am going to go ahead and read one of mine. This is a poem I wrote this is a current one, something I wrote for the book while I was writing the book, also on laughter. And then I think we should get into some fun questions. Yeah. More fun questions. All right. I have to glasses up because my eyes be going bad. All right. This one's called Healing and Humor. This is on page 51 from the laughter chapter of Lessons We've Learned, Legacies of Life. And this is kind of like when I asked Precious to write this poem, I was at this point where I was having to write a poem. Like, what is laughter to me? What does it mean? What does it embody?
You see, I got that one. One of my favorites.
All of us with our sticky notes, right?
This is one of my favorite poems in the book. There's so many. Oh my goodness. Let me just stop you for a minute. Let me tell you, this book is so the word I would use is fulfilling. What did Kia use?
Refreshing.
Refreshing. She used refreshing. I would have to
I
agree.
love that compliment too.
Yes,
Refreshing. What a wonderful word.
All right, go ahead. It's such an amazing book, though. I just wanted to say
Thank you. Well, again, I attribute much of it to you.
And all these amazing people that made their voice count and wasn't ashamed to tell their lessons and legacy, no matter how embarrassing, no matter how funny, no matter what it was, people showed up. And I think this book represents what I Choose Me and Lessons and Legacies and Being You. All of that represents is about just showing up. And because they showed up, this quality of work, it will be here forever. Forever.
Forever, ever? Forever, ever? All right. Thank you so much, Precious. I love you again. I can't even tell you what it means to have you in my corner. You are beyond a friend, beyond a sister. We're soul sisters.
Soul sisters.
All right. This is my poem. It's called Healing in Humor by Melissa Price. There's something kind of magical that lives within a giggle. A special sort of energy that makes the spirit wiggle. It's amazing how a chuckle can just turn the day around, or how the mood just brightens when a frown turns upside down. Laughter can't be forced. Oh no, it's totally authentic. To witness it consume a room is beautifully poetic. They say a moment spent laughing can dry a river of tears, and a multitude of these moments can extend a life by years. Yeah. Giggling tempts the inner child, while chuckling tickles the tummy. Snickering stimulates the mind, while laughing brings on the funny. Please be sure to pass it on. It all starts with a smile. Then shake a hand, share a joke, and go that extra mile. With every bit of laughter that's released within the day, we make a special doorway for the soul to heal and play.
So beautiful.
But that's what it is, laughter. What do you feel when you laugh? I mean, do you feel, I feel light, I feel warm, I feel free. I feel the best when I laugh.
You know what I feel? You know? I feel when I laugh, it's almost like when I open up my eyes, the world is new again. It's all, every time I'm having a good laugh, it's like your eyes close, but when you open it up, it's like life is good. I think it reminds you of just how life is so good and how we can live in the moment. Like we could wake up in the moment and enjoy it. Not looking at what's not going on, but just enjoying the moments. I can remember a time when me and Rondell in the very beginning, we had the power had got cut off and we were laying in the bed with candles all around us and we were laughing. We weren't fighting. We weren't complaining. We weren't like, oh, we could have. We just laughed. And the next day the lights came back on. We actually went and got some assistance. I believe it was the Essence was like a baby. We're in the beginning. We're in our beginning 20s and we're like struggling but I one thing that we always had was laughter. We had fun. And so when I see the kids grow and I see them together, I think it definitely is the glue that keeps us going. When I think about my siblings, when we go through things, the thing that gets us back together is laughter. The thing that makes us forget about what happened to us is the laughter. And so I think it kind of helps you to remember that, it's just a moment. But if you can enjoy the moment and laugh and remember to get that type of energy about your life, oh my God, you could open up so many more doors because we multiply where we sit at. So I know we're where we are because of all the laughter we made.
Laughter is the best medicine, I have to say. And a lot of people say that. I'm going to read just a couple quotes here because they're getting at me here. Hold on. I had this. There it is. Okay. I have five little quotes here I want to read. They're from all different ages of people and their little takes on laughter. All right, Sonia, this is probably my favorite quote that was submitted to this book at all. period. Like my all-time favorite quote that was given to the book. It is by a 16-year-old girl who I do not know. She's in Michigan. Her name is Sonia. And she says, when I asked, what is your greatest lesson in laughter? Her thing, and I don't even know if this is a quote or just came straight up from her, but like it came from her. She says, to succeed in life, you need three things: a wishbone, a backbone, and a funny bone.
I love that.
You need a wishbone because you got to dream. You need a backbone because you got to have strength. You got to have that flow through, you know, that follow through. And then you got to have a funny bone because you got to be able to laugh. You got to laugh.
Sweat the small stuff.
That's from a 16-year-old. Then we have Richard. He's from London. He's 45. He says, never trust a fart after curry. You know, love that. That's true. I wouldn't either. Beth, she's 43. She's a support specialist. And she said, laughter is good medicine. A good sense of humor can cut through what otherwise might be a very stressful situation. I have Bonnie. She's 22 and she's a server. She says, never cook a ham with the plastic wrapper still on it, even if your mother tells you it's already cooked and to put it in the oven as is. Oh man.
No, listen, that's one of the things I laugh so much at the stories.
I know. But so the point of this book is to show like how we are all linked together through these experiences. Everybody laughs. We all laugh at different stuff, right? You know, I would love to ask you a couple more questions if you have time.
Yes.
5 more minutes or so.
I got some time.
All right. So let's see.
I see Jaden 5 that was a student. He says the puppy pooped in my daddy's shoe and that made me laugh.
Yes, I know. And so the picture with that too, that was a kid that came from another state. I do not know this kid, but I asked my kids, I said, this is the funniest quote ever. Can you make a picture? Can you draw a picture of this so that I can put a visual in the book? So Sophie actually drew the little poo picture that go with the quote from the kiddo. So here's a question for you. If you were to be arrested with no explanation, what would your friends and family think that you had done?
I was to be arrested. Nobody knows what would they think I found. They would think I found Rondell with a woman.
Mine would have to do with my husband too.
They would just have to be like, "Oh, Precious done found him with somebody."
Yeah, mine would be the same thing. Like, oh,
I don't think nothing else would.
They spouted out off the mouth too quick this time. He had kept his mouth running too long, and she just snapped. That's probably what I would be arrested for. That's probably what they would think. That's not at all. I might be arrested for peeing in a bush somewhere in the middle of the night. Who knows? But
look, Star said that's exactly what we would think.
Right? All right. All right, here's one for you. If you could do anything without getting caught, and I ask everybody who's listening and watching, answer this. If you could do anything without getting caught, what would it be?
Definitely rob the bank.
That's exactly what I wrote. I kid you not. I wrote this down. That's exactly what I wrote.
Definitely rob the bank. Well, without a doubt.
No, I'm not a thief. I'm not going to go rob the bank, but it's a question. If I'm not going to get caught, I want to pay these damn bills, baby.
Come on now.
Take me to the bank.
Help me, help you, help me.
Exactly. Star said rob a bank too. Yes, we need that money, right? I would somehow find a way to take over the lottery. Yeah.
Might as well just rob the bank. Forget all that extra stuff.
All right. So yes, anybody else that wants to put that in there, I would be interested to know. And for both sexes watching, if you are a man, obviously change it to a woman. If you're a woman, change it to a man. I'm going to go with it for us because you're sitting here with me right now, Precious. If you could be a man for a day, what would be the first thing
I would do?
Well, and Bill, because I see you watching, William Brown. If you could be a woman for a day, what would be the first thing you do? He's going to say, cook myself something other than cereal.
If I was a man for a day, the first thing I would do, and then Rondell is a woman for the day. Are we swapping?
I'm just asking you.
The first thing I'm gonna do is I can't even tell y'all what I'm gonna make him do, but y'all could use your imagination.
I know. I'm like, are we about to get late night up in here?
Because that's so important. Let me see what's the big deal. Go ahead, show me what's the big deal.
Right, exactly. I would, if I was a man, for the first thing I would do, honestly, is I would eat like one, because you know what? My pounds show up, like everything I eat shows up like this. My husband will eat.
Look at this little person talking about
Nate will eat like a multiple plates of mountains of Mexican food. And then like 3 hours later, he'll be like into something else and into this and this and that. And he don't, first of all, it's not even just because of the weight gain. I mean, that's a part of it, but like he feels fine. He doesn't have any food side effects. He just shovels whatever he feels like into his mouth. And I love food. I do. I love food. You've seen me eat from One Bite Catering. I've done some late night videos of it. Potato salad. You know.
I will always eat today and always start a diet tomorrow. But I'm gonna eat today.
That's right. That's right.
I'm gonna eat first.
You're gonna eat. That's what I would do. I would eat first. What would you do?
I'm gonna worry about them pounds tomorrow.
All right.
30-day challenge, right, Melissa? We do a 30-day challenge to get it back off me.
That's right. Yes, that's that. I told that to Nate. I was like, January is going to be about getting in shape and starting the new book. January 1st is going to be really.
And we're launching the I Hire Myself all over again. So that's going to be fun.
Yeah, tell everybody about that too, because, Grandma Joan was asking about that. We might want to try to come together and get the kids involved in that. Would tell everybody a little bit.
I coming up. Part-time. I was making them work part-time where they had to hire themselves on part-time things, set a goal. And what I would make them do is set one goal every day, and they had to have it completed by the end of the day. So it made them stick to a thing and hide themselves in that area and make sure they follow through. So we could do it. And I think it is so good to do it in different levels. So just to hire myself challenge is just to realize that we get 720 hours every month. And the principle is that we have everything we need already. The question is, the difference between you and somebody else is how they spent the time. When God says he has no respect of persons, it's true. You got the same 720 hours last month that I got. The difference is what we did with the time. And so we can consciously make decisions by our time, by implementing practices and structure and plans that get us to the yes. Then we can sit at the end and create new habits. So, most people say 30 days, you start a new habit. So if I can hire myself every day, and if that is 720 hours, we hire ourselves for full time, that would be 40 hours a week. If you want to hire yourself part time, that would be 20 hours a week, which means you have to decide what area of your life, what area in your life you want to create the momentum in. And that's where you're hiring yourself for. When you get a job, you're not doing a million different things. Everybody has different positions to keep the job flowing. Well, that's what we have to do for our lives. We got to hire ourselves to figure out what it is we want to change, what we want to add, what we want to increase, and then we have to create a plan, stick to the plan. And why I say hire yourself, we go to work when we don't want to, we miss our kids' functions because of our jobs, we don't get vacation, we got to ask to go to the doctor, we sacrifice as adults every day. The question is, will you sacrifice for the person who you came to serve, to be of service in the world for, by being intentional with the precious time that God has given you? If your answer is yes, you want to hire yourself, you want to join the group, and we'll get details and you get videos, and the group is for everybody to share their employees' work. How good is your employee doing? And then acknowledge it so that we can grow. So even if you have a bad day, that's okay. You get back up and you have a support team of people who are waiting to celebrate your victories. Because Melissa did amazing in her first 30 days. Look, she got a show.
I'm in round 2.
She's in round 2.
And planning for round 3. I've already got round 3.
The ICME Academy.
Mm-hmm.
We got an academy now for the
youth. That's what I wanted you to talk about. Let everybody know.
ICME Academy. As a matter of fact, the early bird special ends tomorrow. The early bird special, it has it at 152. It is an 8-week program for your kids to get
on it.
Yeah, to get their soul mentored. So it's going from peer pressure to soul pressure. I think the most important thing is for them to realize how special they are. So the premise of the whole ICME Academy will be on the How Special Are You books. So every kid will get a book. They will get a t-shirt that says ICME Academy. They will also get 8 weeks of live soul coaching sessions, group sessions with everybody who's in that class. You will also have a requirement to write the soul coach a letter. And I ask that the parents only read the letter if they have permission from the child, but I need you to trust me with their souls, with their secrets, with their pains, with the things that maybe you don't understand, because I remember how much as a child I suffered in silence. And many people who loved me, many people who were around me had no idea. And it wasn't that I didn't love you, I didn't trust you. It was just that some pains you keep to yourself. And so I want to open up the door to allow them to be transparent, to mentor their soul so that they can get into better relationships, because they are about to take over this world. It's not about what they have on them. It's about what they have in them. And so we can invest in sneakers, clothes, stuff that just dwindles away. We need to invest in their mindset. And they will always have a soul time membership in ICME Academy. So after the 8 weeks, they graduate virtually. In the 9th week, they get their ICME Academy certificate. By the 10th week, they always attend the virtual live group sessions every week so that they can continue in growing together. As that group will grow, as the classes come in and out, so will the potential and legacy that your children will leave behind. So go to the link, go to I Choose Me Bling Boutique, and it has everything, the details, the prices, how long it is, what is required. There's a whole lot. So just hit the link and you'll get all the details.
And Bill's here. He's saying he says it's a great name. Call it like Precious Time.
Hey, that is a great name.
Precious. I like that. I like that.
I like that.
Do some precious time.
Do some precious time.
Time is precious.
I love that.
You know.
I'm gonna do that.
I have to say I love you with all my heart, and thank you always for coming on. I got to ask you one more question before we go. What's the funniest joke you know by heart?
The funniest joke I know by heart. How about you do yours first? Do a joke first. Let me think real quick. I know I can know some by heart. You just
I'll do mine. And y'all are gonna laugh. You have to laugh because it's so dumb. I told you I don't do jokes. I'm a Virgo, so I'm like very much in my head. I overanalyze everything and I just go way too deep and stuff. So there's a lot of these jokes. I'm like, by the time it's at the end, I'm still at the bar when the second guy walked in, and I'm like, but he had different shoes, and I what? You know? I like the jokes that come on like the little popsicle sticks and stuff. You know?
Yes.
So, my favorite joke was told to me a couple years ago by a very smart, intellectual friend of mine, and he knows that I'm totally kind of on the opposite side. I like the simple, silly stuff. He says, what did the ghost say to the bees?
The ghost say to the bees. And I cannot take it.
Boobies! Ah!
Boobies?
Boobies! You know, like
I would have never said that.
Bees?
It is so perfect, but I would have never thought of that.
That's the kind of humor.
Oh my goodness. Oh. I had a funny story, but I cannot think of a funny joke right now.
I'm never one of those that ever comes up with jokes on the spot too. I actually tried, I had an interview one time. It was when I worked at, I think it was, I think I went to go work at Old Navy. This was like years and years ago. And it was like a 6 a.m. unloading the truck and visual merchandising thing. So I have no idea why the heck this was even a question in my interview. But somebody, the guy interviewing me asked me, tell me your best joke. And I'm like, I turned beet red. I'm like, I hate jokes. I don't know jokes. I never get jokes. I was like, can I just show you my skill and talent? You know?
You mean we need laughter for this? Yes, a whole chapter, baby.
Who knew? I didn't know that I needed to be laughing at 6 a.m. while I'm unloading boxes of clothing.
Hey, you gotta have a sense of humor for this job. Tell me your best joke.
I'll be put on the spot. I wasn't trying to do that to you, by the way, either. I just know we do a lot of laughing together, you and I.
Yvette says she did not catch it. The boo bee.
Boo, like a ghost says boo to the bumblebee.
And they are bees, so bees.
It says boo bees, as in titties. You know,
boobies,
boobies. Get it? You know? Come on, Yvette. She's like, I'm still stuck on getting rocks and scissors and everything else going on in my world. Catapult slinging. I'm not robbing a bank. She won't rob a bank, but she'll take a rock to the face, scissors for her weapon. You know, we love you, Yvette. We're hoping you guys are laughing. That's what we wanted to do. So we came on here today just to really give you laughter and show like the inspirational, soulful side of laughter, as well as the shenanigans. And like your cheeks hurt. I
have your face hurting. If you're not doing this sometime in your day, you're not living a full life. So I urge you to celebrate yourself with laughter every day. Because I promise you, sometimes I have to go like this, and I'm going to make it my mission to go like this every single day.
Yes. And I will say, there was one other quote that I had got in the book, and it was from a friend of mine. And
what did the car say to the little car?
What did the car
say?
What is it?
She says, what did the car say to the little car?
Oh, Yvette did. Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
What did the car say to the little car? What? I don't know. What? Vroom, vroom. Bill says, my face and stomach hurt from laughing. Yvette says she's laughing. Yvette, tell us the joke.
What is the answer? What did the big car, I'm assuming, say to the little car?
I want to know.
I want to know too. This is a perfect one for the kids. Oh my God, they always have a joke.
Yeah, go. You bring the kids on. Go bring them on and get them a joke. I will let you guys know another one of my favorite quotes I got around laughter was from a good friend of mine. She's a little bit slightly older than me, and she says, "Laughter is the singing of the soul." Oh, that's what it feels like to me. I just said another great quote that I got in was, laughter is the singing of the soul.
Oh, yes. I
think that's what I asked you earlier. Like, what does it feel like when you laugh? It feels like your soul is singing, you know? I love laughter.
They move on back.
They move on back. Wait, what did the car say to the little car? They move on back. I don't get it. I told you I'm so bad at jokes. I'm like,
terrible. You gotta
there's not boobies in it. I'm
telling me jokes. You are the king of jokes. I tell you, that always happens when you ask a joke.
Is that trouble? Big man or trouble?
This is Big Man.
Hey, Big Man. Come on, you got a joke for me? Come on, get on here.
Ray Vaughn, you got a joke?
That sweet face.
You know y'all always know jokes. You got one?
Come on, Rayvon, you're always full of trouble and piss and vinegar. Let's do it. What you got? What you got for me?
What's a good joke?
All right. Why did the turkey cross the road twice?
Twice? The turkey went twice?
Why did the turkey cross the road twice?
To get there and back?
To prove it wasn't a chicken.
Oh, I like that. Those are the jokes that Melissa gets. I get those kinds of jokes.
But it wasn't a chicken. You got the other one. Which one? What did you come over here?
You know what? Because that chicken got scared after the first time, right?
Okay, Big. What you got?
The turkey was a boss.
And that'd be Tutu. Oh, that is funny, honey. And that's why I said they be having me cracking up with their jokes every day. And I'm like, I cannot remember none of these jokes. And I was like, oh my God, are y'all learning these jokes? Some jokes I don't even need to hear. I'm like, who taught you that? On the bus? That's what they said on the bus.
Did you get that off of? You know?
I guess you can remember.
I can't.
Can't remember? I know. That's where I'm at. Don't worry about it.
Wait.
Okay, you got one more? Wait, I want to give us one more real quick.
Bring it.
What do Halloween and Thanksgiving have in common?
Orange?
What does Halloween and Thanksgiving have in common? I don't know what is it.
Literally,
because you know turkeys gobble gobble.
Goblins.
Yeah, and you know
Halloween.
Goblins. All right. You get that one. I like
that stuff. Like I tell you, popsicle stick jokes. That's
popsicle stick jokes.
I would laugh at those all day long. But you be trying to tell me about this long stuff with the Pope and 3 people coming into the bar and shoes, and I'm like, I'm still stuck on the Pope. Where are we? What restaurant is it? What time of day is it? You know.
That part.
I know I've kept you way over.
You listen.
I try to aim for these to be 30 minutes, and they very frequently go between 45 and an hour. But today was extra. We had lots of shenanigans and lots of
never too much laughter.
And that's exactly it. That is the most important thing, is that we all got our laughter. So,
and that we did.
I will say again, the reason we all come here, or the reason I come here Monday through Friday, the reason Precious is here every Monday with me, is to remind you guys that there is indeed blessings in every single lesson. You know, we can laugh. This was all about laughter today. We can laugh about all the silliness, you know. Would you rather lick someone's armpit or get spit on by a camel? We can laugh about that stuff. But then there's like the crappy things that happen in life. And, you know, I think if we all take a major effort, make a major effort to like find that little bit you can laugh at, even through those dark, icky moments. Boy, laughter is the singing of the soul, you know. Do that. Find something to laugh at in every situation. We came here to remind you that it matters. You know, your lesson, there's a blessing in every lesson, and that your lessons become your legacies. You know, these are the stories and the things you leave behind for everybody that comes after you. And so why not share? Your stories matter. You know, if anybody is interested in coming on the show, like I said, I got Precious every Monday with me. We have guests throughout the week, and some days I fly solo. But all you have to do is, you can look me up on Facebook at Melissa Price. Just find me on Facebook. Or if you would like to email me, you can contact me at lessonsandlegacies@gmail.com. I would love to have you on the show. It doesn't matter we focus on love, faith, laughter, resilience, and success. If you are an author, if you're a singer, if you're an artist, and you have anything you want to share, or if you have somebody that inspires you, or maybe it's a grandparent story or a mother's story, anything you want to share that has made a difference in your world that you think might make a difference for anybody else, come on here, show your face. This is what you leave behind. Reach out to me at lessonsandlegacies@gmail.com, or find me on Facebook, Melissa Price. And again, you can find.
Oh, so cool! The kids found you on YouTube.
Oh, and YouTube. Thank you for bringing that up.
Because I see they made a comment. I'm like, I didn't make that comment from I Choose Me. They're on the YouTube.
Well, then also thank you for
tuned in. The kids are tuned in.
Find us on YouTube. Yep. Lessons and Legacies on YouTube. You'll be able to catch all of the episodes that we've done so far. Plus, a lot of my Spirit Square stuff, which you can also find in my store. A lot of my custom artwork that's down below as well. So lots to look at. And Precious, I just want to say thank you again. Every time we get together, whether it's virtual or in person, boy, do we laugh. Oh my God, do we laugh. I can't ever even explain how great and how lifting and how liberating it is to live in laughter. So
oh my goodness.
I thank you and I love you.
Love you too. See you.
I hope you have a blessed rest of the day. And
I'll see you guys at 7. We'll be on the Power Hour, Become Your Magic at 7 p.m. So tune in. Who knows what me and Chef Ron will be talking about, but we'll be on at 7 p.m.
And they can find that on the Facebook page?
Yeah, definitely.
So find Precious Pauling on Facebook. And you can get your second dose today.
Second dose of, I'm sure, laughter. You never know. It's always some laughter when he's in the seat.
There's always laughter. No matter what we do, there's always laughter. Laughter and tears. All in good.
Laughter and tears. And sometimes they are pain and sometimes they are pleasure. But most of the time we are crying laughing. So I'm grateful to shift them tears to more joy tears and less pain tears. That's the goal.
Amen.
You need the tears, but we can decide which one we're crying.
All right. Well, I'm going to let you go, love. Thank you so much.
He said he got one more joke. Give us one more joke before we go. Hurry up.
Oh, he's got one. Give me one.
What do you get when you cross a snowman with a vampire?
With a vampire?
Yep. What do you get when you cross a snowman with a vampire?
I'm not even sure on that one. Where do you even go?
Oh, feet.
That's a good guess.
No, what is it?
Frostbite.
Oh, yeah. Did you see my face? You'll watch in the replay. I have to go, oh, yeah. Frostbite. What? See, now he's gonna have to be a regular guest anytime we do laughter. Tell him to start working on some jokes.
Got some. I said next time I'll tell the girls because they can come back on laughter because like Tutu, yes, they would love that. So we'll definitely get together so we can have a kid-friendly one. That would be fun.
Heck yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I love you tons. Thank you everybody for joining in. We will both be back on Monday at 2:00 next week. And I will see you guys tomorrow at 2:00 Tuesday with my good friend and coach and mentor, Don Petalino. I highly encourage you to check into that. We're going to be talking about resilience tomorrow, and I'm very much looking forward to that as well. And so for the rest of the day, we all encourage you guys to find a way to laugh. And remember, there's a blessing in every lesson. And we'll see you guys tomorrow.